So, Jonathan, tell me about this project of yours. I'm super excited about it.
Blue Ridge. It's a
Yes.
Blue Ridge. It started out as a TV movie that I got offered. I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and I asked a friend of mine to help me try to find work, and he connected me with a producer named Gary Wheeler. And Gary Wheeler, he called me up and he offered me this film, and it was about a guy who left California, moved to a small town in the South to be closer to his family. That was Blue Ridge. That was Blue Ridge, the movie. Then after we filmed that, we talked. I told him I was like, we really should do a series like this. Blue would be a great series. Justin Wise would be a great character to explore in a television series. And after COVID, Gary Wheeler called me up and said, Jonathan, the network and everyone wants to make Blue Ridge into a TV series. And I said, did they want me to play Justin? So here we are with the TV series coming out April 7th on Cowboy Way, which is a fast channel, which is basically Roku and all the other smart TV connections.
That is so incredible. And how would you describe the character of Justin?
Well, Justin's he's a former vet. He's gone through a lot in his life, and he works really hard. And he can't help but want to help those who can't help themselves. And he gets himself in a lot of trouble because he constantly has to take on the next case and tries to solve it, and that's caused a lot of rift with his family, with his wife, and him and his wife broke up, and he goes to a small town to win her back.
That's incredible. And how do you think Justin has evolved since the movie and now that he's going into the TV series?
You know, I think he's still stuck in this with the same same problems. He he can't seem to get out of his own way. He hasn't learned the lessons yet. Um, One thing after the next keep rising up and getting in his way. And I think the series explores, how he tries to win his wife back and get his family back, get closer to his family. But he's the sheriff in the town, and something happens every week, and he has a responsibility, and he's a very accountable human being, and he feels this, responsibility to take care of everyone.
Nice. And in what ways do you relate to Justin? And if you don't, which characteristics of his you wish you had?
When it comes down to it, Justin Wise is very much my father. My father was a Baltimore City police officer for 36 years, and they say this, we all become our parents. Well,
Ain't that the truth?
it's true, and I think that's what I've become. I've become my dad.
Amazing. And that's a good thing, I take it. Yes, because you seem like an incredible man.
He really was a truly amazing human being. I think there's some things that I have evolved, grew out of, or knew and addressed, but Justin doesn't seem to have the skill set to get out of the things that my father finds himself bumping into. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
Nice. And what are some storylines or things you want Justin to have to face as the series goes on?
As the series goes on, like the second season,
Yeah, like you as the show evolves, how do you want to see Justin evolve?
well, I love to see him get closer and win his wife back. And I'm sure everyone will be wanting that. Definitely wants to spend more time with his daughter. And, I don't know because I know we're really actually talking about season two. So I don't know quite what. I, I hope he heals the post traumatic stress that he's gone through. There's, he was in the war. He's a veteran. Um, he's a Green Beret, and so I know that he has a lot of, post traumatic stress, and trauma inside him, and I love for him to be able to go get through that, so that the audience and people in the audience who need to go through those things can heal from their own personal traumas through Justin. That would work. Yeah.
Nice. And what's next for you? Any other projects?
Well, I know that we're talking about season two, so that's really first I have to get it out there. Comes out April 7th on the Fast Channel, Cowboy Way, and then it goes on the cable network INSP, which is the our network. And then after that, we'll probably be into filming season two. So I know that's next. I have a film right now out with Heather Graham that just came out this past weekend on Shudder. It's called Suitable Flesh. It's with me and Heather Graham. It's got great
Oh,
reviews.
nice.
It's an H.P. Lovecraft story directed by Joe Lynch. It's like cosmic horror, and it's that campy horror that was part of the 70s and 80s.
And one thing I like asking people I interview is tell me a fun fact about yourself.
A fun fact? Huh. What's fun about me? I can dance. I can really, really dance, but everyone wants me to go and dance with the stars.
You
And
should.
you know, I would. They asked me.
Hello, Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Bring this lovely gentleman on.
And the other thing is, I would love to. My kid's favorite show is Masked Singer. I'd love to do that. I was Jimmy in that thing you do, and I think it'd be great if if I, got to sing on the Masked Singer, because I became famous for being a singer that no one really knows about.
Well, we're putting it out in the universe. Dancing with the Stars, Masked Singer. And what would your costume be on the Masked Singer?
I think it would be the King of Hearts from
I like it.
King of Hearts from Deck of Cards. How about that?
I like it. I like it.
Hey! I love it. Make it
Nice. Me
happen.
too.
Put a little
Yes.
spell on it. Do something.
And since we're a TV site, what are you watching these days?
Well, I'm a WGA member, and I've been watching all the series that are up for awards, and all the films that are up for awards. But one in particular, oh well, I have kids, so Percy Jackson. We've been watching the
Nice.
series Percy Jackson. My kids like every Tuesday. It was so much fun. It kind of reminded me when I grew up, and kind of what I'm looking forward to in Blue Ridge is that everyone be like, "Hey, the new episode of Percy Jackson comes on, and it literally comes on at 8 o'clock." So me and my 3-year-old and my 10-year-old are sitting there waiting for this thing to turn on, and we binge watch now. We can watch anything we want. And to have something on the calendar that we're looking forward to watching the next episode of was a lot of fun.
I love that. That's so cool. And where can we follow you on social media?
It's at John JohnSchAEch on pretty much. I think
Perfect.
on all the platforms. Maybe Facebook's different, but I can't remember because I don't know about you, but I've had so many problems with Facebook. People stealing my account.
Yeah, it's crazy. It gets hacked all the time. It's a mess.
It's a mess. I'm afraid to do anything on that thing because people get into you, and you got a great following, and all of a sudden you disappear for 3 months because you're trying to get your account back. you know, it's just
It's
insane.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, my friend, it was wonderful to speak to you, and I can't wait to do this again soon for your next project.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate you juggling everything for me.
No problem. You have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.